So welcome to the Python course. So we are going to discuss Python string methods. So there are many Python string methods that exist, and some of them are very common methods, and they are used on the regular basis. And these are mentioned right here. So we'll discuss them, how they work, and we will try them with different examples. So first we have lower upper ti- title. So let's look at these and let's see how they work. So we have a Python string. It's Python is fun, and you can see there are some uppercase and lowercase characters in this string, and we have like different methods that we have applied. So what upper does is converts all the characters into uppercase, and what lower does is it converts every character into lowercase. So this is the original string. Python is fun. You can see there are like upper and some lower characters in this string, and after passing through the lower function, everything is printed in lowercase. So, and after passing it through the upper, everything is displayed in the uppercase. And we have another function that's title. What title does is it makes every word, the first character of every word, in uppercase. So originally we saw that is I was in lowercase, F was in uppercase, but what it does is makes every other character in lowercase except for the characters that are appearing on the first or the initial character of every word. Okay. Next we have where we have another string which we are going to try and check the different methods of strip. So what is a strip function? Strip function removes extra spaces. So we have a string that has some spaces at the beginning and some spaces at the end. And what we are going to do is use different functions, see their output. So if we print the raw, the variable, the original string, it prints with all the spaces, and that's how it prints. And if we use strip, what strip does, it removes all the spaces from the beginning at the end. Both end and beginning spaces are removed. And if we use lstrip, it just removes the spaces from the left side, from the beginning. And if we use the R strip, that stands for the right strip. So whatever is on the right side, it strips. So you can see that in L strip, the spaces on the left were removed, and in the R strip, the spaces on the right were removed. Okay, so very important string methods: find, replace, and count. So let's say we have a string. I love Python. Python is powerful. So we have a replace function. What it does, it finds that or finds a string and replaces it with whatever string you want. So originally we have a string the name having Python multiple times, two times actually, and we want to replace it with Java. So what we do, we pass it through a function s.replace, and we want to replace Python with Java. So what it does, it changes wherever we have a Python word, it changes it with Java. So you can see the output, it has replaced Python with Java. Secondly, there's a find function. It finds the occurrence of the word. So if we run find, it prints the first index or the index of the first occurrence. So let's say in this string we have two Python two times appearing, but we want to find where it appeared first. So the find function helps you to find the first index, index of the first occurrence. So in this case, this is at seventh index. The Python word is p is at seventh index. It starts at the seventh index. So that's why we have an output of 7. So if we count, so we can start from here 1, 2. A space is also we will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and seventh index is the p. So that's why we see 7 here. Next we have count. This counts the occurrence of the characters or string. So in this case we had Python appearing 2 times in our string, so we have 2 as an output. Similarly, we have functions that helps us to find out or like figure out some characters that are available. So, for example, we have starts with and ends with. So, whatever word that starts with rep uh, is available in our string, it will return true. If it's not available in our string, it will return false. So we have the string report.pdf, and we are searching if it starts with rep, okay, and if it does, it returns true, and if it doesn't, it returns false. And also we are looking for something that ends with .pdf, and if it ends with .pdf, it returns true, else it returns false. So if I change slightly, we can see the false. Okay, two very important methods that are split and join. So we have the data that's comma separated in a string, so these are part of the string, and we want to split them on the basis of the delimiter or the correct or some certain character. So what we can do is we can just use the split method of the string, and what we get is a list. So we will discuss list in the next video, but when we run it, we can see that this splits this original strings into multiple strings, and those strings are stored in parts variable, which is a list. And if we print the original data, that appears like this as it is string. And if we print the parts variable which we received here, you can see we have a list of different words that were originally comma separated. Now they appear in form of a list. And if we see the type of the parts, it's a list type. All right. So next we have another another that another function that works on strings. So now we have something in a very that's different. So we originally have a string, a list containing multiple strings, and what we are going to do is we want to make a single string out of it. So this is a list in which we have multiple strings. We have 3 strings. Python is easy, and we want to join them. So what we can do is we can use inverted commas, shows the string, and we use the join keyword, and we pass the list into it. So what it does, it creates something like this. Okay, so Python is easy. So let's say if we replace the space with comma, so it will join everything that is in comma separated form. So if we place, let's say, endl, and now you can see every character that's stored in this string will be in this form. So it's a journal conversion of Python list to strings. Okay, that just converting the list of words in Python into string. Next we have uh, checking the content in the list. So we have multiple functions, that is alpha, is digit, and is alnum. So is alpha checks that if the current string has alphabets in it, and it returns true or false. So as of now you can see it has only characters, alphabets, and it returns true. So this one returns if the string has only digits, and in this case we had 1 2 3, it will return true. And in this we have a1, which is alphanumeric. It has both alphabets and numbers, and that's true as well. Okay, very interesting thing, that's alphanumeric doesn't work with space or special characters. So let's say in this we have a space 1, and it will return false because there's a space, and space doesn't like comes under alphanumeric. So if you run it without space, you can see it's true as well. So that's it for this video. In the next video we'll discuss a list and tuples. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, for today's lesson, we will discuss loops. For loops, we have first for loop. So Python has both for and while loops. For loop, we have to look at the function. That's a range function first. So range has three variations in it. So the first variation is with a single parameter. The other variation is with two parameter. So the first variation will start from zero and end before the value written here. So the second range function has a start value. It is start from where we want to start and will stop before this value. Also, we have a step function, step variable in the range function. So we can start from this point, end at this point, and this is the jump that we take. So traditionally we take one jump, like if we have this function, for example, if we write the range 5 here, so what it will do, it will start from 0 and come up till 5. So this is a for loop. In for loop we have this syntax. This is for, that is I, the iterator, and the range. So this range function gives us values from 0 to 4. So what it does, for loop takes each value generated by range and runs it one by one and prints the value of I, and prints the value of I from 0 to 4. Similarly, we have a range function with two parameters. The one is the starting variable and the other one is the ending. So we can start from 2 and we will end before 6. So it will have a range from 2 to 5. Similarly, we have a range function that takes three parameters. First parameter is the way we want to start and where we want to end, and the step size or the step is in negative. So we will start from 10 and we will go up till 0, and we will actually stop before 0 and we'll do -1 at each step. So for this, we started at 10, we subtracted -2 each time the loop iterated, and we got the displayed value of 8, 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. So the common task we can do is like take the input from the user, and here we have taken input from the user. We have added it to range. So we want our range to start from 1 and go up till the value of n. So here you can see where you have added +1. The +1 is added just to add value to the range. This will go up till 5. So after printing, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we have again a function. In this, we have adding values 1 to n, and we are totaling them, summing them up. And when we sum them up, we get the total values from 0 to 1 to that number. So for example, we have n, and we take an input, and we have a total variable. We assign 0 to it. We make a for loop. We start from 1 and we go till that number, and we add the variable to total every time. This gives us the value that we desire. So if we run this program, if we enter 5, so it will add values 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we sum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get 15. So that's it for the for loop. For the next time, we will discuss the while loop.